What's cracking, everybody? It's your boy Jalen Wilson, back with another episode of Illini Fan Rants. Uh, Illinois just beat Wisconsin 75-60. Great win. If I'm not mistaken, Wisconsin was ranked number 19th in the nation, or maybe Illinois ranked. No, Illinois wasn't ranked 19th in the nation. Wisconsin was. Yeah, sorry, I got Illinois ranking and Wisconsin ranking confused. Illinois ranked 14th. Um, but Illinois just came off of beating the Wisconsin Badgers 75-60, as I just said a little bit ago. In this game, it was a good win versus I don't want to say bad Wisconsin team. I don't want to say average Wisconsin team, but it ain't the best Wisconsin team if you ask me. Now, because the Wisconsin team played a lot better, yes. It's not like Illinois had a extremely great game on defense. Even though Wisconsin did shoot, I believe it was 0 for 9 from three-pointer in the first half. And I watched most of the second half. I had to leave for a little bit. I had something that I had to attend to, and I couldn't watch all of it, but I watched the last 10 minutes of the second half. And what I saw was Wisconsin still couldn't make their three-pointers. I'm like, man, Illinois is benefiting from this. If Wisconsin make 4 of those three-pointers, that could be a totally different game. I'm talking about 4 of those three-pointers in the first half. Shoot, even in the second half, I'm like, man, Illinois is benefiting from Wisconsin's poor shooting. It wasn't like Illinois was playing great perimeter defense when it came to guarding the shooters. It was a lot of wide open threes. Wisconsin just didn't knock them down. So yeah, that's one reason why Illinois won. Another reason is Ayo Dosunmu. That man was simply amazing tonight, or tonight, earlier this day in the afternoon. He recorded a triple double, the first triple double of his collegiate career, but the third triple double in Illini history, if I'm not mistaken. I think the only two other Illini players to ever record a triple double in a game has been Sergio McClain and Mark Smith. I don't know which Mark Smith though. It could be the one that played in the '90s, or it could be the one that played just for Illinois by like 4 years ago. Uh, but this was an amazing game by him. He had 20 points. I believe it was 12 rebounds and 10 assists, or it was 10 rebounds and 11 assists. It was somewhere in between there. But he recorded a triple double. He played great, if you ask me. Not only that, he he played good defense too. He had 2 or 3 steals, I believe. And then you also had Kofi adding in with Ayo Dosunmu impressive performance with, I believe it was 20 and like 15. Actually, at one point, Kofi was out rebounding the whole Wisconsin Badgers team. It was ridiculous. I'm like, man, like Kofi had that type of aggression to where it's like, man, you can play like this every night. All you gotta do is think. Like, I think Kofi be in his head mentally sometimes. Like Kofi, he has to he has to think to himself, man, I can just dominate you every night if I wanted to. He doesn't think that sometimes. He needs to think like that every night, because when he does think like that, he does dominate other opponents. He does. He thought like that against Wisconsin, not Wisconsin. He thought like that against um Indiana last game, and they beat Indiana. And near the end of the Indiana game, he kind of just dominated Indiana big man. He did the same thing against Wisconsin big man. He needs to do that every day. Now you also had Trent Frazier adding in great defense like he always does, and some well needed offense. You know, he had a good game. I don't know his stats, but I just know he had a good game. And even though if his stats, y'all may be reading his stats right now since I'm saying something about it. But I don't know if his stats say he had a good game or not. But on the defensive end, he had a great game, if you ask me. Even though his effort don't always show up in the stat sheet. He had DeMonte Williams knock down like a big three when Illinois was up 7 and Wisconsin was trying to fight back against Illinois. It was a big three, if you ask me. Then you had Georgie Bashansvili, who really played perimeter defense. He played perimeter defense really well, especially in the pick and pop. Wisconsin tried to run a lot of pick and pop to get Georgie and Kofi. I out on the perimeter because they know Georgie and Kofi both struggle at holding perimeter players, or at least big man on the perimeter that can move lateral really well. They both struggle at that, and Wisconsin tried to expose that, but Kofi and Georgie just wasn't having it, especially Georgie. Now, usually he's an easy beat when it's a pick and pop situation, but he wasn't having that tonight. I like that. Him or Kofi. Kofi wasn't having that tonight either. You know, you also had Adam Miller playing good defense. Andre Corbello could have played a better. I know Brad Underwood had to sit him for a moment because he just wasn't playing good. I remember he had like 2 turnovers in less than 2.5 minutes. I'm like, man, I don't know what he's doing out there. Brad Underwood needs to sit him. So he didn't really see much of important playing time. He made some good plays after them 2 turnovers though. Made some good plays, but he kinda had a bad game. I wouldn't say it was a terrible game. I wouldn't say it was a good game. It was more of a it it was more bad than good, if you ask me. But this was a well needed win. Illinois improved to, I believe now it's 13-5. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, 13-5. Because after Illinois beat Iowa, Illinois improved to 11-5, beat Indiana 12-5. Now they beat Wisconsin 13-5. Uh, Next game against Michigan will be postponed, which sucks. I'm gonna talk about this for a little bit. I'm gonna say this: Michigan doesn't have no COVID cases on their basketball team, but for some reason the AD won't let them play. If you ask me, that's a forfeit, bro. If your team is able to play, your team has no COVID cases, but for some reason you don't want to play, bro. That's a forfeit. That should go in the W column for Illinois. Uh, Michigan, bro, every Michigan game that got canceled, even when they did, if they didn't have COVID cases on their team, that should be a forfeit. I don't care because you're choosing not to play. Your team is healthy, but you're just saying we don't want to play them. Basically, that's a forfeit. I don't care what nobody says. That should go for a win for Illinois and every other team that they do that to. I don't care what nobody says. They play. Actually, they should be down in the Big Ten standings if you ask me. 'Cause they have played less games than every Big Ten team, I think, or not every Big Ten team, but the up and up Big Ten team that's competing for the first place spot in the Big Ten. It was I don't know. I just don't like it. I get you guys stay safe. I don't know a real reason why they're doing it besides the COVID cases. I mean, maybe they don't want Illinois to go up to Michigan and have players potentially risk their health for COVID. But I mean, Michigan ain't nothing but Ann, Ann Arbor, right? I believe it's Ann Arbor. That's where the Michigan Stadium is. Uh, Michigan, I mean, Ann Arbor to Champaign, probably no less than 4 hours. You can make that drive. It ain't like it's 8 states away. No, Mi- Illinois, Michigan, right on top of Illinois. So, like, really, but yeah, that's counts as a forfeit. Uh, so I believe Illinois. I don't remember who they have next. I think it is Nebraska. Uh, which is Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Not this upcoming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after this upcoming Tuesday. So I mean, I can't wait to see y'all. Can't wait to see y'all again. Man, but y'all stay healthy out there. Illinois has Nebraska coming up. I can't wait for it, as I said earlier. But man, as I just said a little bit ago, y'all stay safe, stay healthy. Make sure y'all wash your hands. Uh, and if y'all watching it in a video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see y'all again. Peace.